Of course. So Polycare Germany was actually founded 10 years ago after the Haiti earthquake, where lots of people lost their houses and they were waiting in tents for.
And it's time for MYD Earth. And yes, we're talking all things Polycare. Today, I am joined in studio by Isabel Faller, who is part of the business development team at the German-based technology company Polycare. Also joining me in studio again is seasoned radio presenter Ushi Karuaihe. Born and raised in Windhoek, Namibia, Ushi is a business development manager at Polycare Namibia. Welcome, firstly, to 99 FM and to my show. Hi. Morning to everybody.
So nice to be here.
Thank you for joining me. Ushi, welcome back.
Thank you. Can't get rid of me.
No. You are family now. You're going to be furniture.
I know.
This is home.
Yes.
Isabel, just a few questions for you. With March being Women's Month and drawing to a close, just tell us a bit more about your role at Polycare and what the company wants to achieve around empowering women.
Yes. Thank you. So I think especially in Women's Month, we reflect a lot on the role of women in different industries. And us being in the construction industry, it's when you look at the numbers, it's quite shocking actually to think about that about 11% of all people working in construction only are women. And I think the majority of that, they work in offices. Yeah. So I think only 1 in 100 people working on site is a woman. So, us being part of the company and, it's important to change that. We're in 2022, we can fly to the space, we drive cars without fuel, but we have like 2% of the female workforce working in construction. So Polycare kind of is really looking into developing a system that is actually accommodating everybody, including women, to manufacture the blocks and being able to build for them. So our vision, and I hope it's going to be Namibia, actually, is at some point to have a woman-run production site and a project that's run by women in the construction sector. So we're revolutionizing things. We want to disrupt.
And that disruption and that revolution is happening both internationally and locally. Could you give us a background on Polycare International and how that ties into Polycare Namibia?
Cool, yeah, of course. So Polycare Germany was actually founded 10 years ago after the Haiti earthquake, where, lots of people lost their houses and they were waiting in tents for other people, outside people, to rebuild their homes. And if you just lost your house, the last thing you want to do is sit down and twiddle your thumbs and wait for somebody else to help you. So our founder teamed up with some scientists, and they developed a recipe and a technology that uses local materials to produce a very easy Lego-like looking block and a system that makes it super easy for people to build their own homes. And that's how it started. 10 years later, we have the perfect recipe, and 2016, I think, they presented it at a exhibition in Windhoek, and everybody loved it. The president was there, and it was something they said we want to have in Namibia. And our model is a bit like a franchise model. So we're looking for local partners that want to have the technology, manufacture the blocks, and then sell them. And so we found in Namibia partners to do that. And now we've got a factory in Blackwater. Everybody's probably laughing now how I pronounced that, sorry. Close enough. So we have, we've got a factory there now, and so our team from Germany is actually there at the moment, helping, from a technology perspective to make sure everything is running smoothly, and then the Namibia team knows the market here best. So it's kind of, we take the call from the team, how we bring the market best.
And as far as that factory goes and Polycare Namibia, Ushi, could you tell us about some of the things that we could be excited for coming up with Polycare Namibia? Because there's always something up the sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually something that's been kind of in the works for quite some time. But we have an upcoming project that we're actually going to go do a site possession, not inspection. We're going to go possess that site and take it for ourselves. So it's in collaboration with a company called Housing for Future. And they're kind of like a real estate company that also kind of collects money in order to kind of build affordable housing in places like Namibia where there's such a lack for it. So we're basically going to go start building a pilot house there, or show house, and it's actually going to be in direct competition with conventional building. So we're going to build a house conventionally, and then we're going to build a house with Polycare and see who is the winner.
Show them like the real work now.
Yeah. So it's really like a test, and for kind of the market to see what we're really talking about when we're talking about Polycare and our rapid building system and the no water and all the things that we keep pumping into the market and kind of putting it to the test.
Yeah.
Then another development coming up is that we're building an ablution facility as well as a multi-purpose hall for a special needs school in Windhoek, Dagbreek. And in this project, we're going to try and use the skills of the learners. So we're also putting our own system to the test in terms of, is it really this low-skilled system that can be built with the skills of these special needs kids at Dagbreek School. So definitely going to be something that is going to be exciting and going to be well documented, hopefully, please. And then we're going to put it all over for everybody to kind of see and consume.
And speaking of all over, where could we keep in touch to stay in touch with these plans that are in the pipeline? Not to use a construction reference there, but Polycare Namibia and just Polycare Germany and just everything that Polycare is doing, not just locally but internationally. Where could we keep in touch and keep our eyes and ears peeled?
So definitely stay tuned or follow us on Facebook. We're going to definitely put all the developments on there as well, and then on our website as well, where you can, if you're very interested in liking what you're seeing, you can book a meeting with me or just kind of fill in a query that we can get back to you on if you have some questions around things, and that you can all find on Facebook, Polycare Namibia, and then on our website, polycare.co.na, and then
or polycare.de.
Yes.
.de.
That's where you can read a little bit more about the bigger international idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see the projects come to life here locally, and we can't wait to go read up and just keep in touch with everything Polycare is doing. I think it's a phenomenal initiative, obviously, unfortunately born out of a crisis, but I think, going forward, it'll help future crises, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go through these horrible things sometimes to learn and then build a better world from it.
Well, they say crisis makes inventive. So.
Yeah,
100%.
Thank you so much for joining me, and we can't wait to keep in touch, and we can't wait to have you back. Yes,
we will be back.
You won't get rid of us.
Never that. 100%. This is Script in the Morning. Thank you so much to Isabel Faller and Ushi Karuaihe for joining me. We're heading back into the jams now. It is Black Coffee with Drive coming up next on 99.
MYD Earth was proudly brought to you by Polycare Namibia, empowering Namibians to build a sustainable future.